Hey, I'm Marcus, and welcome back to the show. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked your bank balance, saw money there, and still felt anxious? I cover tools, systems, and ideas at the intersection of money and everyday life. Not investing, not get-rich strategies. You weren't overdrawn. You hadn't missed a payment. On paper, everything was fine. The actual practical side of managing cash flow when you're a real person with a real income that doesn't always arrive when you need it. On paper, everything looks fine, but let's look closer at why it doesn't feel that way. Today I want to talk about something most financial apps completely miss. It's called a pressure week, and once you understand what it is, you'll see it everywhere. But rent was due Thursday. Your car payment hit Wednesday. 2 subscriptions charged Monday. Alright, let's get into it and see how Monimate solves this. And your paycheck? It doesn't land until next Friday. That's the timing problem. That gap, that specific window where money leaves before money arrives, is what we're solving. Because that experience has a name, and once you can see it clearly, it stops feeling like a personal failure and starts feeling like what it actually is, a timing problem. I'm talking about pressure week. Most financial tools are built around one question: how much? How much did you spend? How much do you have? How much are you saving? All totals. And those are reasonable questions, but they miss something critical. They miss when, because the amount in your account on the 1st of the month tells you almost nothing about how you'll feel on the 14th. Here's what I mean. Imagine 2 people, same income, same monthly expenses, same rent, same subscriptions, same car payment. Person A's paycheck arrives on the 1st. All their bills are due in the middle of the month. They always feel fine. Person B's paycheck arrives on the 15th. Their rent is due on the 1st. Car payment on the 12th. Same numbers, but different timing. 3 subscriptions hit between the 8th and the 10th. Same numbers. Completely different experience. Person B isn't bad with money. They're not spending too much. They're experiencing a timing gap. A structural window where obligations cluster before income arrives. That's a pressure week. And the thing is, it's predictable. It repeats itself in the same weeks every single month. But almost no one can see it coming because the tools we use aren't built to look at timing. They're built to look at totals. The budgeting industry has been trying to solve financial stress for decades, and they've built incredibly detailed tools. Spending categories, transaction tracking, net worth calculators, savings goals, alerts when you go over budget. All of it useful, none of it predictive. Because here's the thing about a budgeting app, it tells you what happened. Maybe with a warning, but that warning usually comes when you've already gone over or when the pressure is already hitting. That's like a weather app that tells you it rained yesterday. What you actually need to know is, it's going to rain on Thursday. Bring an umbrella Tuesday. That's the difference between a record and a forecast, between a mirror and a periscope. The tools most people use are mirrors. They show you where you've been. What we built at Monimate is a periscope. It shows you what's coming. Specifically, it shows you when financial pressure is going to hit, how long it lasts, and when you'll be clear, not because we're making assumptions, because the pattern is already in the data. Your income timing is consistent. Your obligations are consistent. The overlap between them, that's where the pressure week lives. And once you know when it lands, you're never caught off guard again. So let me walk you through how Monimate actually thinks. The core engine, we call it the PFSI, the Personal Financial Stability Intelligence Engine, is built on one principle: timing first analysis. Every output is grounded in when money arrives and when it leaves. Not totals, not categories, when. The first output is your aura score. That's your stability score, 0 to 100, calculated from your timing patterns. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how consistently income arrives relative to when obligations leave. Low score means there's compression. The second output is your pressure window. It tells you when pressure starts, when it peaks, and when you recover. And it updates every time your data updates. So if a bill moves, if a paycheck is delayed, the window adjusts. The third is runway. This is how many days your current buffer can sustain without new income, not dollars, days. Because days tells you something dollars can't. It tells you how long you're actually safe. And the fourth is your flex zone, your absorption capacity. If something unexpected hits, a car repair, how much disruption can you absorb? None of these outputs are telling you what to do. They're showing you what's true. The system explains, it doesn't advise. There are no targets to hit, no spending categories to stay under, no optimization prompts, just clarity, just timing, just the truth. Monimate was built for a specific type of person, and I want to describe them precisely. They're not financially reckless. They're not in crisis. They're not living beyond their means. They're variable income earners. Freelancers who invoice monthly, contractors whose pay is project-based, founders who take irregular distributions, employees who are bi-weekly but have monthly obligations. They look fine on paper but feel uncertain in specific weeks. They've tried budgeting apps. The apps told them their subscriptions were high or their groceries were over. Neither was the problem. The problem was timing, and the app couldn't see timing. It could only see categories. So these people are left solving a timing problem with a spending tool, which is like trying to fix a clock with a ruler. Monimate is built for the timing problem. That's all it does. That's the category. It tries to be the most precise instrument available. One more thing I want to cover, because financial timing isn't always a solo problem. For people in shared households, partners, roommates, anyone splitting obligations, the timing problem gets more complex. Now you have 2 cycles, 2 sets of obligations. Monimate's household mode lets 2 people link their financial timing, not their accounts, not their transactions, just their timing. The system shows a household pulse, a shared state that tells both people when their individual pressure windows overlap. If both people are tight in the same week, that's a household pressure window. The system flags it before it hits, not during. And the key design principle, everything is consent-based. Income is hidden by default. Transactions are hidden by default. What's shared is the timing picture, and only what each person explicitly chooses to share. You gain shared awareness. That's the household layer. Because days tells you something dollars can't. It tells you how long you're actually safe. And whether the tools you're using can actually see the difference. Pressure week is real, it's structural, it repeats, and it's predictable. If you have a system that reads timing, that's what Monimate is built to do. Not to tell you what to do with your money, just to tell you the truth about when pressure is coming and when it ends. If that's a problem you recognize, the week where everything looks fine and nothing feels fine, we built this for you. Monimate, Financial Stability Intelligence, Monimate app.